right person for you in the long run, especially when it comes to something as
Mm-hmm.
serious as your legacy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give it back to Willow, and then we gonna go ahead and listen to some more of Austin Holloman, just to see if his woman is wife and material. What you think so far, Strictly Travel? This woman on the screen, have you been seeing the videos with her? A lot of people been telling me, oh, that's
Oh
Austin's
yeah,
wife.
I've seen.
Yeah,
I've
marry her.
watched. I've watched Austin,
Mhm.
and he's moving fast.
Okay.
I- And
Okay.
I can see when I see Austin, it reminds me of my younger years.
Mm.
And then so he's Austin, 26 now, 27, I believe. And then I meet this charming woman. Then she's ready to, I mean, she actually moved in with him,
Oh.
which is a, yeah, because they live together. And then at least I know at one time they were sharing an apartment when they were in Namibia. So that's what I could see. And
Okay.
it's quite unusual in Africa. When a girl moves in with you, means she has
Mhm.
too much liberty in her hand, too much freedom,
Too much
and
freedom. Mhm.
that could be a problem because it's not typical where the mother or dad will accept that. Okay, well, you can actually sleep over your boyfriend's house unless she's totally independent. Then it's a different story, which also could be an issue if she lives by herself. I don't know
Right.
all the details about her. I don't know if she lives with her parents. I don't know what it is, or the parents a German guy that was there then was with the mom, then left. I don't know all the details, but what I see a single. I mean, I see a woman whose dad is not around. That's what I could see, and she has more. It's more a mother influence that play a role because it's typical of those mixed breed in Africa. We have them in the Congo as well, where the majority of the time the dad doesn't even live in. He was there. He was in the country for a short time. Met the mom and had a kid and left. And I
Right. Right.
think that's what it seems like to me. So he has to be very very careful. I mean, when I see her, she's very articulate. She's well spoken,
Mm.
and to me, she's just too. Uh, to me, it's going to what it was running from the West. That's what I think. It never left. It never, to me, I mean, as far as being with her, to me, it never left the West. She's attractive and everything, but what I see, it's just a Western woman in different environment. That's what I see. I mean, I don't see any difference. I mean, she just and time will tell. But that's my first impression when I look at her.
Right. Right.
I
And do
could
you
be
know
wrong.
what video that is where she moved in to his place?
Yeah, I remember that was when they were in Namibia initially, and she was cooking. They were live actually. She just came from the store and she was cooking, and yeah, she lives. Yeah, they live together, and that and it seems like he had because think about it. Austin, how long Austin was in Namibia? Maybe a month.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I'm
Austin,
not too sure. I also have been kind of messing up. I ain't really been watching his content too much,
I
but
remember Austin left Kenya,
mhm.
and then he met her within 3 or 4 days, and it
Mm.
was full love. I'm telling you. And then I was like, that's kind of weird. It was kind of quick because I'm not sure how is the Namibian culture, but I know, for instance, in the Dominican Republic, when a woman is 25, she feels like she has to be married. She feels like it's time for her to have children. So I'm not sure it's, it's the same. So it could be that she feels like, that it's time for her to settle down and she's rushing as much as he is, or she's looking for some type of security or some type of, I'm not sure. But I was kind of shocked to see that she had moved in with him and they were like full in love. I was like, well, that's kind of quick. And I could see But
Go
the same
ahead,
thing
bro.
when I first met my wife in the day. It was the exact same thing. He loves nice and dandy. The difference is it's the language barrier. At least they spoke the same language, but in my case, I didn't. So yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say this real quick. Um, Even because I don't know her, I don't really watch them together. You know what I'm saying? Well, my thing is, you know, him being able to actually take his time with this. That's the one thing I'm proud of him for. That he ain't just because one thing about it, I'm gonna tell you this: any woman, you should feel some type of way if she's not clingy, she doesn't want to be. The fact that she wanted to move in and like do all that real quick, that lets you know something. You know what I'm saying? She actually still got a part of her soul. Like the women that's the real like the dysfunctional, the ones like the worst of the worst, those are the ones you got to really keep your eye on even more because they don't have a reaction. They don't have an emotional attachment because they burnt out. They ran through. You know, a woman that man, let me tell you something, man. You know how much because certain dudes ain't gonna really admit it, but I tell you straight up like this, like a young OG. The fact of the matter is, I rather entertain the fact that possibly this woman still got a bit of her soul and her spirit left because she should want to move me in. She should want to go with me the first day that she meet me. She should want to do all these other things. But my thing is, I have to be the one to allow her to do that. You know what I'm saying? She got to qualify for
Okay.
certain positions. She got to
I just want to
qualify for
say,
certain positions.
I just want to say real quick, the only red flag I've seen so far in her is this little butterfly, little pendant in her hair, boy. I'm telling you, these butterfly chicks, man, these butterfly chicks, boy. I'm telling you, man, it might be the trauma, y'all. It might be the trauma, but these chicks,
Oh
they think
man.
like a butterfly. That's why they all getting that tattoo. For anybody that don't know in the comments, if you see a lady with a tattoo butterfly in America, usually it mean I was in a cocoon. Now I'm free to be who I want to be, and that means free to take loads of whatever, but I'm not saying that's what this chick. I'm thinking that's the trauma, y'all. I'm saying that's the
That's
trauma
funny.
from me
No,
being in
that's a
the
that's a very underrated observation though,
right.
Raw, because of the fact that now that I think about it, it does resonate a little bit. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
overall, she seems like, from what I've seen, I mean, I know she works at the radio station, and so I mean, but I just don't know her background, the family background. I have no clue. But for what I've seen so far, I mean, she's. I was just surprised that she kind of moved rather quick. But then I'm like, Namibia, they got they up to early '90s. They were still part of they were still Dutch, I believe, or German. I can't remember. So it's recent. So Namibia, even in South Africa, but it's one of the latest, the last country to be to gain independence. I believe it was in 1990, if I'm not mistaken. So they've been only independent for the past 34 years. So they still have that Western influence. So mixed with Africans. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, what I've seen so far, so good. But I don't know. I'll just time will tell.
I will agree though. If she really did move into bro house, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But these videos and social media, it's kind of hard to know if she just come to visit and maybe she came the next day. Like, did she sleep in the bed on camera? Like, and then like, oh, I'm sleeping over. I'm in my PJs. Like, because then that would be a little bit different. But I do know what you mean by that. I'm not even talking about Austin Jordan right now. I'm just talking about in general, women in Africa that can have that freedom. Yeah, you do got to watch out for that. I will give you a credit for that because that is true. Any chick in Africa that like, oh, she free to just kind of, go wherever she want, when she want. I'm telling you, I met the best women that still live with their moms, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
These are
Oh,
grown women.
those are
Like
the
they, a
best.
lot of
I'm
them
telling you.
live with their mom, so
Yes.
it's nice like that when they grown, but they still live with their mom and dad, preferably, because you know that the dad not playing that, and they got two
Yeah.
parents in the house that's telling them like constantly telling the daughter what she need to do, and the mom telling the daughter what she need to do. It keeps her mentally in that mode of wife, 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 wife. Sometimes when
Mhm.
it's just the mom too, there might even be some issues where the mom is teaching the woman that, oh, your dad is just a bad person, and men suck, do what you want to do, be free as a bird, like a butterfly, all this stuff. So, but hey, if maybe, it might have just been some social media stuff and it looked like they was living together.
Could
Because
be.
I can't find no videos,
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. Were you guys